Day 14, Substack Publication. Hello everyone, and thank you for your patience. This conclusion publication has really had me feeling stuck for weeks. I didn't want to write something simple or stay on the shallow end of things to wrap up my why in one publication. And as I've stated previously, I also couldn't do so without including a who. I've done so much overthinking about this conclusion that I never got past the first few paragraphs. I didn't like the way any of them started, so I decided to try something different today. I wanted to see what AI had to say. Since I've been plugging in all of my publications into it to come up with thumbnails, I wanted to see what it came up with. And when I say that, it had me in tears. I couldn't believe that I connected with what it wrote so well, or that it almost had me in tears reading it. I'm too authentically me to ever post what it wrote, but it did put some things into perspective for me. I've been writing about my why in every publication from day 1, all the way up to day 13. My why isn't about one person, one reason, or one moment. It's an accumulation of my entire life to this point. I'm not someone who's been through one thing. My testimony is my life story, and my why is everyone who connects or feels something as they read along. So with that clarity, I'm scratching the entire idea of trying to write a conclusion at all, let alone trying to do it all in one publication. Just writing that part felt like it took a weight off my shoulders. Okay, so now to jump back into things and continue this journey of introducing myself to the world and the world to my first book. As I began to fall back from serving as much at church, things began to fall into place with volunteering at camp. I found myself feeling like I was letting writing go. But that all started to change once I finally put my application in, because it meant that even if I couldn't remember anything from when I was a camper, I could still write about the experience I would have as a counselor. And the more I talked to my bro about it, the more confidence I gained with being able to handle the experience. It was around this time that I was reached out to by the coordinator I worked closely with at church. She was looking for someone to help her with a new business venture and thought of me. I was so honored that she thought of me that I felt like I couldn't say no, even though, at the end of the day, I knew I didn't want to be put in a position to be dependable again. So, after some time of going back and forth about the idea of it, I told her that I would be willing to help out in the beginning until she was able to find people, and also that I didn't want to be the person she relied on. I had learned long ago at that point that it only led to my letting people down when they began to depend on me. I told her that my main priority was writing and prioritizing writing. I felt bad for saying no, but I knew it was for the best in the long run. But what I didn't expect was that she would respond saying she may know someone who could help me, and asked if I was okay with her reaching out to them to try and connect us. I mean, I already knew that she was extremely kind-hearted, but that was something that I never expected. Her willingness to do so after pretty much getting a no from me literally made me cry. I'm a strong person, but I must say that going through therapy gave me the confidence to not always try to be the strongest person, which allowed me to let my tears flow without regret. I don't write because I want to be known. I don't want to become a best-selling author because I want riches. I write because this is what I was called to do. I write because where my spoken words fall short, my writing picks up and goes the distance. I want to become a best-selling author because all my life, as I've told pieces of my story, I've heard that this is a testimony that needs to be heard. And because I truly believe that this book has the potential to change the lives of people who don't even know they're struggling, as well as for those who do but don't know what to do about it. If you are already a subscriber, I just want to say thank you. I never would have thought that after such a short time, so many people would want to join me on this journey. But I want you to know that I am truly grateful for every single person who reads along. And for those that haven't, here's a button so you can join along too, so you don't miss anything. Please share, like, and comment. Here's my all-in-one link if you would like to look at my social pages. My book link is also here. Oh, and I can't forget. If you would like to support me but don't want to buy a membership, you can always buy me a coffee. Thank you in advance. Remember, there is always more than one way to go about things. Don't be so hard on yourself. Take a moment to step back and widen your view. The answers are more than likely right outside of the narrow view. Until next time, I hope you enjoy the remainder of your week. With all love, John L. Newman.